okay with talking to those that want to show the different narrative. I don't talk to the news because y'all so negative. Y'all one-sided stories. I don't like it. You don't let nobody tell their story without you cutting it up, chopping it up, adding this in it, putting this in it to make it sell for what you want it for. That's not what we do here at Thornton Township. Just like all this I'm saying right here, pretty sure you're going to cut it, chop it, and make a segment, and that's what they'll put on the news. Cut it, chop it, and make a segment, cut it, chop it, and make a segment, and that's what they'll put on the news. And that's what they'll put on the news. Cut it, chop it, and make a segment, cut it, chop it, and make a segment, cut it, chop it, and make a segment, and that's what they'll put on the news. And that's what they'll put on the news. I guarantee you.
A grandmaster in Kung Fu is a highly respected martial artist who has reached the pinnacle of mastery in their style. And now I present to you Tiffany Henyard, the Grandmaster of Grandstanding. If you've ever watched one of her board meetings as mayor, chances are you've seen her accuse others of grandstanding. Grandstanding refers to the act of drawing attention to oneself, often at the expense of addressing more important issues. You all know I couldn't resist, right? She craves the attention. It's pretty obvious at this point.
You guys not doing y'all job as trustees, and every single time you come, you want to pick and choose who you pay. That's targeted. It got nothing to do with no deficit. It got nothing to do with we don't have the money, because we do. No, you don't. You don't control the meeting. You're not paying the bills. We're moving on. Why I gotta have all this controversy? Why I gotta have all this back and forth with my board? For what? When I put you in your seat, trustee house, trustee Belcher never would have been a trustee. I the one made it possible for you guys to sit where you are now. And all I want to do is help the people. That's it. I grew here. The rest of them flew here. I say that all the time because I really care about where I grew up at, and I want to fix it. Anybody want to change their vote?
We're not saying we're against the budget. We're just saying be transparent with it. How we used to do it, how we should do it. You go through every line item to be transparent with taxpayers' money. That's all we're asking.
Just because you guys did it in the past don't make it right.
So if this town is bankrupt in 6 months or 10 months, who's gonna get the blame? Us.
Thank you for your concern. So, as relates to us doing it the right way, I stand on transparency.
They're approving $500,000 and $500,000 without board approval.
You're trying to scare the public into, oh, we got one night to go over this. If you guys wanted to have a committee meeting or any other type of meeting, you could have called it.
This administration got handed off a great financial town because the previous administration, with Trustee House, with myself, we went through the budget. We had financial audits.
But right now, you want to do things the way you've done it in the past. And unfortunately, everything you've done in the past was not right, Trustee Stevens.
The reason why this town is in the financial condition it's in, because we took our time with the budget.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to conclude village business as so and move forward. All the nonsense, all the going after my trustees, talking about people, we not going to do. You still want to sit here and be nonchalant, play on your phone, and not take care of the people? That's how you want to do it? But you want to be the leader, right? You want to be the mayor, right? But you don't want to take care of the business and run it like a mayor.
I would at least offer an apology to the people that said here. And do what they do. I mean, you would think that you would get an apology, but again, you have to have a little class for that.
And as I always say, resident, just because you wear a suit don't make you suited. And that's Trustee House. Been over 128 years that a woman has ever ran Dolton. There's never been a woman. So thank you for everyone that supports me, that respects me, and that respects the seat in the title. The crown is heavy for those who wear it. So I won't let you down. I will continue to be great. And when I became your mayor, again, the first African-American female mayor here in the village of Dolton, making history. When y'all do know I am the first. I'm the first youngest female mayor. Female. We have a serious problem with animals being on the loose, and it's being vicious dogs and pit bulls. I am a woman, but guess what? I'm a pit in the skirt. We have had several attacks in our village. Understand that when I say that. And I'm not going to take no mess from nobody. I mean that. So y'all better become a little harder than that. And a dog attacked a man, and a neighbor had to run out and get that dog off of that individual. So I'm just giving you examples of loose dogs, mainly pits.
All I'm asking for is be transparent and give us the information that we need to make the proper decision. That's it.
So I don't like the fact that people keep saying, oh, we didn't get it timely manner, we got it too late or whatever. You still have to make it do what it do. Ask yourself, why do we have people on payroll, because we pay people, to advertise strictly for the mayor? Nobody else get advertisement or Facebook time or social media time, but we advertise everything the mayor does. But there's other people on this board that does things too, just so y'all know. But nobody else get advertised, but we're using taxpayer dollars to promote basically one person, push one person's agenda.
My point is, what are you doing to generate revenue? Because when those grant funds run out, where's the revenue coming from? It's not coming from an ice rink. It's not coming from the other things that you're doing. Where is the money coming from? That's what I want to hear.
Do the right thing for these residents. Do the right thing.
Y'all should have thought about that when y'all was spending all the money that wasn't accounted for.
I'm glad you playing tit for tat with these people taxpayer money.
I'm glad that you're
Thank
sitting
you.
there paying
I
tit for tat
appreciate it.
too. Thank you.
All right, so do anybody want to amend the motion? I just think that we backtrack and go over our steps and fix what we have first before we make the residents responsible for that increase.
If you want to get outside, we'll sell you too.
It ain't about protecting the village, period. The attorney ain't about protecting the village. It's about protecting her.
I got the baddest attorney in the land. Y'all give it up for Mike Delgado. Mike Delgado is the man of the Southland and for Chicago. No, he's not for hire. I'm stingy. But I want you to know that he kept me above water and he kept me prayed up. He's a praying man as well. But when I say he went down there and kicked their attorney butt, y'all don't see him where he at. I don't even see him. So I just want y'all to know that this man is the truth as it relates to getting things done for us. So thank you for being by my side. You're welcome.
It ain't about protecting the village, period. The attorney ain't about protecting the village. It's about protecting her.
I got the baddest attorney in the land.
So it's time, residents, we have to change this reality. And we only 3 months away. 3 months away to February, and we know what to do. We know what to do. It's in our hands. We can change this. We're tired of this. These meetings run so smooth when she's not here. They get things done when this administration not here. They keep up chaos, and it's time to change that. So, Clean House 2025. It's good to see everybody. Peace.
So, on February 23rd, help me bring change to Dolton by punching 2 to win. Punch 2 to win. Tiffany Henyard. Thank you.
And not only that, but seniors play a large part in the voters' base. So
I am against the increase. And the reason being is I do talk to Dolton residents, mainly seniors, and every senior is either on a fixed income and they can't afford the increase. They barely can afford their bills now.
Oh, we ate good, the whole staff. Chicken, feeding seniors off of the Dolton dollar, because you know what she said? It's campaigning for her and seniors vote.
We're talking about bingo because I know the residents really appreciate bingo. They love bingo and they want to see it continue here at Thornton Township.
Yeah, seniors vote. She ain't gonna come and say stop the recall, but what she gonna do is put a lavish party together and play some bingo so you like her.
As they say, put it in the book, we will not find it. That is so true. We are so misled with misinformation that I feel bad for my community. Also, bilingual. I care about that. That matters in my township. You know how many Hispanics that's in our community that cannot understand English and vice versa? You should definitely fact check because y'all supposed to be journalism. So we have to learn and teach our kids that, hey, here's the opportunity to learn something for free. Don't sit here and put negative or dishonest comments out about Thornton Township because that's not true. Because y'all all judging, meaning people out there are judging off of hearsay, false allegations, and not facts. Get facts first and then make your judgment. But it's sad when I see older people than me doing that. It's sad when I see people that I should look up to for wisdom being catty. You have to be the example. You can't not sit here and yell at us and say this and say that, and the youth should listen to you. We're not going to listen to you because you're not the example that we want to follow. These are the problems in our community. These are the things we should be talking about, but we're not. Because we too busy pointing fingers and bickering off he say, she say stuff. If y'all say things are going on, let the process take its course. But until then, pay attention to what's really being developed and produced in your community. And that's people loving on people. It's a shame that they stop bingo. Pay attention. I've been a trustee for 2 terms, won both my seats back to back. Then after that, I ran for mayor, won that by 82% that they hate on. Landslide. So that means y'all wanted to change. And then God blessed me and placed me here in 2022, becoming the first female, youngest African-American supervisor of the largest township in the state of Illinois. That's what all the hate is all about. It's all about your super mayor became too powerful too quick. So anybody that been here as long as I've been here, because remember I tell y'all all day long, I grew here. Everybody else flew here. I'm Tiffany Henyard from Chicago, Illinois. Remember I tell y'all all day long, I grew here. Everybody else flew here. I'm Tiffany Henyard from Chicago, Illinois.
Okay, so y'all do know it's in my right as the mayor to have my appointments, right?
I do not agree with the mayor solely doing the hire and fire in the village of Dolton. In the past, history has shown itself that the mayor strictly do political favors.
So I just want to make sure that this was crystal clear, that you guys understand that I am the mayor and I get to appoint my appointments.
He only hire and fire people that he chooses to. If you don't speak to him, you will get fired. It's real petty, so I cannot support it. And this is for the record, Mary Kay. My vote will be a no on him having hire and fire power. But you're not doing your job, which is legislation. If you guys will legislate, have committee meetings, you have all the information that you're claiming you're missing today, but you're not.
Okay, trustee, you are so wrong with everything that you're trying to do here. I think that you should tell the real reason why you're doing all this chaos here at the township, when the township's actually doing better than where it was. I became the supervisor. Attacking me, a woman that made history and earned my seat and won by 82% of the vote. So that clear as day tells you that the community wanted change, and that change is Tiffany Henyard. Stop. You got to do better than what you're doing right now. And right now, you're doing is keeping up confusion, keeping up mess.
I got elected by the people. I represent them out there, their voice, not you. But at the end of the day, y'all wrong, period. This is wrong.
It's unacceptable, and we would just sit here and just vote for everything, and then look up, and when this budget time comes, we're broke, or with stuff that's overspent. Guess who's gonna get the blame for that? We will get the blame for that.
The issue is you got to respect people. You are inconsiderate, you're rude, and if we had an attorney that actually would respond to us, we wouldn't be where we are right now.
Okay, thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Thank you so much. Okay, so now, I can go back and forth with this trustee. I could check her. I could tell all the flaws. I could do all of that. But y'all gonna get a different Mayor Tiffany Henyard today. But I'm not gonna stoop to Trustee Belcher's level.
Well, the problem I have with you guys coming to board meetings and acting as though y'all don't get things, I don't appreciate. I think this year you should tell the truth that you guys don't do your job. And if you need information, you should ask for information that you feel you need. Don't get to a board meeting and put on a show.
Every trustee up here get whatever information they request. So when they get up here lying about they don't get something, it's not true. They send emails saying they want to meet with us. We set things up. We set time aside for our staff and trustees to meet with people, and they don't show up. So when we start talking, I just want everybody to tell the whole truth, not half of what you want people to believe, but tell the whole truth so you can understand the part they play in the mess.
I think this year you should tell the truth that you guys don't do your job. And if you need information, you should ask for information that you feel you need.
Every trustee up here get whatever information they request. So when they get up here lying about they don't get something, it's not true.
We're scheduled to have a meeting June 1st. You canceled that meeting. So please do not say that I don't want this to happen, because I do want it to happen. But I want people to be in there that knows what they're looking for and knows background of police and fire.
Whether you like individuals or not, guess what? It's my appointment. So if I'm choosing these 5 individuals to move forward, I don't see what's the issues. Now, as it relates to backgrounds, I don't like when any of you say, should they have a background in this? None of y'all had backgrounds in being trustees, right? But the people gave y'all a chance to sit here and serve the public.
Trustee Henyard, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
You pretty much keyed on everything I kind of wanted to say, but you guys, we really, really need police officers. It's that bad. And what I mean by that is, I went out my house the other day and a resident came up to me crying because they was held at gunpoint. I don't want to ever know what that feel like. I could just imagine what she was going through. The other issue is a lot of residents' cars are being broken into. Like literally every other day is someone's car.
And this is a board meeting, you know, so if we gotta throw blows at one another, we can say that for after the meeting. But this is not the time for somebody to be calling other folks bobbleheads. Again, this is a board meeting. So
I'm responding
that for after
No. I'm responding because the other trustee brought that up to the board meeting. I never ever brought that up here at the board meeting. He brought Facebook up.
Okay.
Facebook has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Facebook is a tool to communicate, not to get on there and
What I'm
sit down
saying
one another.
is, stop being mad and let's get together and work together. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
It's about being an adult in the situation. We need to talk about that outside the board meeting.
I try to talk to everybody on this board, and none of y'all talk to me. I talk to Jason House and Deborah Denton. That's it. That's all. All the new trustees, I do not speak with.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on, trustee. We're gonna move on. All I'm gonna say is 2 sides to every story. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know, like I know, anybody that understand money know that you cannot see anybody's information when someone else is on the bank account. That means that credit card. Hold on.
Credit card.
That's what I'm speaking of. You gonna let me finish?
Go ahead.
That's what I said. You got to be respectful. You say your stuff, I'll be quiet. You got to be quiet when I talk. So what I'm saying to you is that if you guys have done that, which y'all did as trustees, no one up here could see anything that y'all was doing for an entire year. We didn't have access to anything because Jason House was on the bank account, and so was Allison Key. The mayor wasn't on it. So we couldn't call, check up, check in, see what was going on because you guys was the holders on the account. So that's number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna let her respond to your question because you get here at a board meeting and you know how to pick up the phone, call my phone. Hopefully you'll do that this year since you said you want change and you want us to work together. It had to start by starting Trustee Belcher. So we're gonna see what happened because you could have called if you had questions instead of coming put on the same show we just did for an entire year. Y'all should be tired of it.
When you sit here and you say we don't want to go back and forth, we do not want to go back and forth. But then you all say out of your mouths, we have credit card statements that we don't have. They're missing. They're clearly missing if we do not have them, if they were not emailed to us, if they were not sent to us. And as we all know, my viewpoint access, our access has been denied, restricted, should I say. So yes, we can access it, but we cannot look up receipts. I remember as a trustee, you sat in that very seat and you stated to the mayor at the time that you would not blindly vote on bills that you cannot present receipts or evidence for.
Credit card invoices. I've asked at the last board meeting, and I don't know if you guys recall, the mayor stated that we could put the credit card bills on the warrant list. It is not on here. I've asked, and I cannot approve bills and not know what I'm approving because I have nothing in front of me to say the mayor could have went on a trip with the credit card. How would I know? Because the bill is not in front of me. So again, Mayor, what happened to you putting the credit card bills on the warrant list?
I don't put the credit card bills on the warrant list, and you have the opportunity to vote no on anything that's on the warrant list.
I understand my rights as a trustee. I don't need you to inform me. My question was, I asked for you to place it on the warrant list.
I don't put things on the warrant list.
No. Last board meeting, you stated we can, and it's not on here. The credit card bills. I would like to see itemized credit card bills on the warrant list moving forward for the record, because I cannot make good decisions based off of the information you're giving me without the credit card bills. I need that. So why didn't this come up before? Why are you just bringing this to the board now? Number 1. Number 2, why are you just not sending us a package at 4:46? I got that today. So that's my other issue. So we didn't even have time to digest what it is you're stating here. But yeah, y'all throw it in front of us and get upset when we go against what you're saying, but we don't even know because we didn't read it. You just sent it to us. So why? We talked about all this. We're supposed to get better, but y'all study doing the same thing. It relates to you guys getting the warrant list. When you get the warrant list, you guys' job is to call and ask questions. If you are concerned about something on the warrant list, then you'll wait until we have an actual board meeting. Then you'll get here, then y'all will grandstand and say, well, we don't want to pay for this, we don't want to pay for that. You had ample time to go over with me, ask me questions, and say, Mayor, what are we doing with this amount?
Why did you guys not give me what I was asking for, or the board? The board asked for it, I asked for it.
Well, you know,
He gave it to you and you said you went and looked at it. You could have called us, emailed it to everybody. We wouldn't even be discussing this right now. We'd be past this if you just gave us what we asked for.
Yeah.
These are easily verifiable lies. That's unacceptable. The mayor's village reports and financial reports, the stand have it because the rest of the trustees don't have it. The attorney general is asking for credit card receipt. I guess the attorney general is lying too. I know she wants to say I'm a black woman, and it's because I'm a woman. You know how many women that she's affecting?
Next, you can see is a graphic that depicts where the village started as of April of 22 with positive of $5.6 million in the general fund, and where we are as of May of 2024, which is a negative 3.65 million. Particularly given overtime, what we saw is two outliers in officers, Officer Terry Young and Officer William Reed. Both of these individuals in the last 2 years have earned more in overtime than their base compensation.
Like I said, people keep feeding you stuff, but y'all don't ever want to hear another side and us show you actual truth. You ask for transparency. Hear about community that people try to stop. Throughout all the controversy, throughout all the drama, all the naysayers, all the haters. And I see some of y'all in the line. Let me flip the camera around so you can see them in the line. Whoop, there she go. Look, right there, right there. Whoop, that part. But they'll tell you that. Then they get in a little hate group. But you in my line getting food.
The kids are our future. We'll never ever forget that. So we need to make sure that we all remember that. We have to make sure that we show them the right way. Not just tell them the right way, but we have to act the right way, because no matter what we say, when we were all growing up, whatever our mom and dad said, we paid more attention to what they did than what they told us to do.
What I look like, I don't go shopping for nobody. That ain't what elites do. My job, I'm the overseer, just like I'm the overseer for everything, just like the President of the United States. You don't have a credit card, you don't go spending anything.
Power, and anybody should be able to ask any department head for things that they need.
There's one person that goes, it ain't you jump around to all the departments. Stop. That's what I'm saying about your lives. And I always try to encourage residents, if it's something that you want us to add or change, let us know, because we are open always to your opinion and your suggestions. This is my life, stop it. And from now, what you gotta say, now have discussion.
When I give a order, we're supposed to follow them because I am the leader.
They can say no all they want. I don't listen to them. I do not listen to them.
You're the leader. What do you suggest we do?
It goes to
That we what?
It goes to the committee, and the board decides whether they want to increase it or not. It's not up to me.
That's what I'm talking about with their leadership. You never give
Trustee.
any opinion because you don't want to be held accountable for anything. I don't
Trustee,
like that.
when
So now
I
you put
say-
it back on the board, but you never say what you think, Mayor. What do you
Trustee.
think, Mayor?
Trustee, when I tell you what I think, then you start an argument with me.
And I always tell you, do your homework. You can FOIA it. You can go check it out. You can get the ordinances. That way you'll see who is doing what instead of being misled. Because right now, guys, you have been hoodwinked. You've been bamboozled. You've been led astray.
This is what has been the problem in the village. You, for the last 8 years, you have stopped
Don't worry about it.
99% of the
Definitely
problems that happen in this village. You're responsible for. You voted against 99% of the progress. 99% of the progress for this village, you voted against.
And we're getting things done that haven't got done over 8 years that I've been on this board. But as a leader, a true leader, know how to come in and implement change, and that's exactly what I've done. I made sure I brought the right staff in.
But my issue today is about a police officer. Policeman who came out was Officer and Acting Chief Director or Chief Deputy Lacey.
One more time, I am clearing the room. Okay? But I'm gonna tell you, don't repeat history. And one thing I want to say to the residents of Dolton, make sure you guys educate yourself. But you guys got to connect the dots, C-O-T-T-S, dots.
This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Come on, let's be smarter than that. This is not just the price is right.
These are predators. This is their job every day.
I needed the public to be aware, because if this man is suffering from some sort of mental illness, everybody needs to be aware.
Ladies and gentlemen, no clapping, please. No outbursts. Let them talk so that way we can move forward with the meeting for safety reasons.
And he needs to have that camera on. I don't care where he's at.
Again, for safety reasons.
Just out of his first federal court appearance, the physically towering Dolton and Thornton Township manager Keith Freeman stood beside his defense attorney silent and defiant. A federal indictment filed last week accuses the South Suburban administrator of lying about his employment and income when filing for personal bankruptcy earlier this year.
Andrew Holmes is a Dolton Village trustee and ally of embattled Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
The mayor, her security detail, and several of her allies went to Las Vegas last May to attend a conference to lure retail business to town. Now we've obtained a complaint filed with the Illinois Department of Human Rights in which one of Henyard's aides on that trip accuses a trustee of a counter after she blacked out and had been unable to provide consent. The acting police chief of Dolton now facing federal charges. The grand jury indicted him on bankruptcy fraud charges today.
He's a close ally of Dolton's embattled Mayor Tiffany Henyard and the second of her top aides that face a federal indictment.
He's also charged with making false statements and perjury. Lacey is a close ally of Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
Not only did Mayor Tiffany Henyard make the hire without consent from the board, we're learning tonight the newest employee has a storied past.
Allegations are surfacing about his background, including some startling allegations of inappropriate behavior.
My next appointment will be for village administrator.
Public reporting shows Smith has been charged at least 8 times with crimes ranging from domestic battery to official misconduct. In 2012, Smith, then a young trustee in Dixmoor, resigned after pleading guilty to theft when he allegedly stole gasoline by posing as a police officer. Then in 2018, Smith was working as an assistant dean at Thornton Fractional High School when he was fired for sexual harassment of a female student, grooming a student with lascivious intent, and inappropriate aggressive behavior towards a male student. According to his termination letter, Smith was accused of contacting a 15-year-old female student on Snapchat with inappropriate comments and making her his girlfriend.
Residents of South Suburban Dolton reacting to a Fox 32 investigation that found a new village employee with a dangerous criminal past.
Redmond is close to new Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard and worked on her campaign. Redmond was hired as a code enforcement officer for the village of Dolton, a job that gives him access inside homes and businesses. Redmond is listed as a child sex offender on the Illinois State Police Registry. He served 24 years of a 50-year sentence for taking part in the brutal gang and beating of 2 young girls in the Roseland neighborhood in 1991. News reports at the time say Redmond was one of 4 young men who kidnapped the girls and took them to an abandoned garage where they were sexually assaulted and beaten with boards and guns.
A surprise new boss at the Dolton Police Department. WGN News has learned Ronald Burge Sr. started work Friday, appointed by Mayor Tiffany Henyard. A search of a federal court database shows Burge has been named as a defendant in at least 4 lawsuits in recent years. The majority involve allegations of political or employment retaliation. Burge is known in the south suburbs. He ran against Henyard in the 2021 mayor's race. His son, a commander with the same name, served under him there. He was charged in 2019 of aggravated battery and official misconduct in an encounter caught on camera at the police station.
I am proud of my son. Make no doubt about it. And if I thought that my son did anything wrong or out of order, believe me, as a father, as the chief of police, I would not hesitate to do what I have to do.
We have a constant pattern of her hiring people without doing a proper background check and presenting it to the board. And that's our issue. That could pose a great danger to our community.